I tell you something I learned. Charm and harmony can change the negative into the positive. And that's how I changed it, through love and through getting things done, not from power, but just from love.
We are the Black Buddhist voice in the world. And today we bring you another exciting Black Buddhist History Lecture.
What the practice does, it helps you to feel better, helps you to think different. If you think different, you think correctly. I would say it helps you to think correctly. So that means you can help yourself get the things you want. Some people say, I was told that I could get things, whether it's a car or a house, which some people need help in that way. Well, of course, because you change an old style of thinking, which is not very smart, that blocks you from getting where you want to get. But once you start putting words in, the same words, it's like typing in good thoughts. You type it in and you get a whole rollout of good thoughts. Your brain is thinking good thoughts. Your mind is constantly rolling and saying good things. So you think differently, which helps you to get to where you want to get your car, your house, and to feel good. It's really very important what you say, what you think, how often you say it.
While it is clear that Tina Turner was once a Nichiren Buddhist, please understand that Tina Turner auspiciously not associated with any of the Japanese Buddhist organizations. Please look at the picture of Tina Turner at her home in the February 1979 issue of Jet magazine. Please notice one thing about Tina Turner. Look at the books on the shelf. Tina Turner reads and Tina Turner studies. Tina Turner is not just some lamb who's just going to sit back and listen to anything anybody says. She is well read and she studies. No self-respecting Buddhist who has learned in world travel will remain a member of the Nichiren Buddhist sects in Japan. No self-respecting black person is going to do this, who is well learned, who understands. Tina Turner traveled to India where she purchased a Buddha statue. Tina Turner sent a message that while she chants, she is not a member of Nichiren Shonin or the SGI in regards to the fact that she is a Buddhist. Tina is a Buddhist. Tina makes it clear that she respects Shakyamuni Buddha as the Buddha. Look at this picture of Tina Turner with a Buddha statue. She is not there with some Japanese talking about Nichiren Shonin. Is the Japanese Buddha, is the true Buddha? Tina knows better. Tina met the Dalai Lama. She had the power and she has the power to meet any Buddhist leader in the world. Tina Turner has no formal association with the SGI or any Japanese Buddhist organizations. Tina Turner was once associated with both Nichiren Shonin and the SGI Buddhist sects. Like us at the Proud Black Buddhist World Association, Tina moved forward. In 2013, Tina Turner got married. While Tina is a dedicated Buddhist and would have loved to have had a Buddhist wedding, Tina chose not to have a Buddhist wedding, and that the Buddhists and the Buddhist traditions are not commensurate to a world cultural integration that would bring Buddhism into a 21st century paradigm. If Tina Turner had allowed any Buddhist sect to perform her ceremony, that would be tantamount to her endorsing a Buddhist sect. It is clear that Tina Turner, like us at the Proud Black Buddhist World Association, have an issue with the current dominated Buddhist climate.
I have to say that I don't think a lot of people realize how important food for the mind is. They don't understand how important meditation or prayer is. You see, I never stopped. I went from my Baptist prayers to Buddhism. let's just say maybe it was different words putting in at a time when I needed different words. The Lord's Prayer to Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and then the book of saying words. What does it do? You can have a house beautiful, houses beautiful, cars, but there's still those moments when you don't feel good. Sometimes you're upset, you're just cranky, you're just unhappy, and you have no reason to be necessarily, or you are easily upset. Well, that's what the practice does for me. It helps me not to be upset easily. It helps me to deal with situations on a different level because I think differently about it.
But Buddhism is understanding the universal laws that is in our universe. This is how Nichiren explains it. He says, quote, and this is the Gosho, is called the entity of the mystic law. It says, quote, these two aspects, the deluded and the enlightened, are indeed two different phenomena, yet both are workings of one principle, that is, the essential nature of phenomena, or the true aspect of reality. It is like a piece of crystal. If the crystal is placed in the sun rays, it will attract them and produce fire. But if it is placed in the moon's rays, it will produce water. The crystal is a single entity, but the effects it produces differ according to the circumstances. Now, he goes on further. The mystic principle is the true aspect of reality. It's like this. The mystic principle of the true aspect of reality is one. But if it encounters evil influences, it will manifest delusion, while if it encounters good influences, it will manifest enlightenment. Enlightenment means enlightenment to the essential nature of phenomena, and delusion is the ignorance of it. The true head lies in affairs of this world. The Golden Light Sutra states, quote, to have a profound knowledge of this world is itself Buddhism. The Nirvana Sutra states, quote, all of the non-Buddhist scriptures and writings in society are themselves Buddhist teachings and not non-Buddhist teachings, unquote.
Charm and harmony can change the negative into the positive. And that's how I changed it, through love and through getting things done, not from power, but just from love.
Is to take the Buddhist religion out of the traditional roles and understand it as we see Buddhism. See, Buddhism is not some Asian on a mountain. Buddhism is understanding the essential nature of the universe. That essential nature of the universe, the Buddha put it in the Lotus Sutra. He put it in the title of the Lotus Sutra. The title of the Lotus Sutra is called Myoho Renge Kyo, and this is actually the essence of the Buddhist teachings. Now, the original Christians were Black Buddhists. Many people freak out when it comes to the Buddhist religion. Moreover, people who practice the Christian religion have no idea of the history and association between the Christian religion and the Black Buddhist connection. Let me tell you how Christianity happened. You see, Christianity started with a group of Buddhists. They were not called Buddhists, but they were called Essenes. Now, the Essenes were a set of Second Temple Judaism that flourished in the 2nd century BC to the 1st century. The Essenes lived in various cities, but congregated in a communal life dedicated to asceticism. Some groups practiced celibacy. They volunteered poverty and daily immersions. The Essenes, again, were the Buddhists. Now, we move to the Hebrew king, Alexander Jannaeus. He was the king of the Hebrew king of Judea from 103 to 76 BCE. He was an Essene or a Buddhist. How do we know? Because he left a Buddhist koan. Now, the Buddhist koan shows the Dharma wheel. This shows that he was a Buddhist. Now, what happened was he got into a fight with the Brahmins. Now, the Brahmins were called the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Now, he got into a big fight. There was a big major war, and Alexander Jannaeus disappeared, the Essenes disappeared, and we never heard any more from them until about 1940 or 46. And they found some scrolls in a cave near the Dead Sea. These were the Dead Sea Scrolls. Now, in regards to black people worldwide, white people literally wrote black people out of history. Most white people are not going to tell black people that the original Christian God was black and Buddhist. Just ask white people and any scholarly Negro why you find the black God and his mother in European nations revered to this day. Now,
Change America.
it's the way in which the karma go. 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 It's the way. I found myself a brand new mission to help others make the right decision. Ring to you as spiritual religion. It's not the religion that you expect. It's all about the law of cause and effect. Devoted to the middle of the call of it teaching. We do a lot of wisdom preaching. No more life with any drama. We change the words and change our karma. We bring to you the new Buddha way. We bring to you the new way to pray. After long prayers, a lot of meditation, I bring to you the Buddhist conversation. We can change our human relations. We bring to you the culture integration. It's about peace and love and changing situation. This channel in Buddhism makes a lot of sense. It's about self-development and enlightenment. I made the decision to join the Buddha way. I joined the Buddhist set called ASA. Buddha is new to America and like a trick. What does the words of the Chinese mean? The function to the middle of the call of the teaching. Different learning from the Christian preaching. Buddha's religion makes a lot of sense. It's self-development and enlightenment. Becoming a Buddhist is a good decision. Look at yourself and find any wisdom. The function to the middle of the call of the teaching. While we only have Japanese preaching, the Buddhist religion is the way to go. I will find our leader in Tokyo. I want him to Buddha way. Patient, I should follow sensei. I no longer do it his way. Went to a temple called Taiseki. The culture of the temple don't relate to me. In 2014, I left the Buddhist temple. I teach the Buddhism, that's more simple. Nichiren man said, you don't have the knowledge? I want you to check my logic. The old way I teach Buddhism, I give the people a good rhythm. I'm not like a priest at the temple. I teach Buddhism and make it simple. You don't need a college to explain it. Sing it and dance with the hitter with the language. Culture to the middle of the color of the teaching. We teach it with the wisdom preaching. We can teach the Buddhism all of it on it. We follow the religion Buddha Shakyamuni. Teach what it is and don't need a mouth. We know how to sing and rap. Let me bring some good news to ya. We practice the Lotus Sutra. You don't have to practice here and after. Just do the 2nd and 16th chapter. You don't have a person be in Maria. Learn that Lotus Sutra title. Nam yo ho, ringe ko. That's the way that you call my go. Nam yo ho, ringe ko. That's the way that you call my go. I don't care the Japanese do it. I'm gonna put a little soul to it. I don't give a damn, don't agree. I put the way that's really me. I respect and love ya. I'm gonna practice some Buddhism with my own culture. I know you hate my dance and all the jerking. You're really gonna be upset when I start my twerking. We don't follow the rules and we do no rehearsing. The Buddha said follow the law and no persons. I don't care what Buddhist practice, don't suture. We follow all the law in the Lotus Sutra. Namyo Ringe Go, it's the way in which the karma go. Namyo Ringe Go, it's the way in which the karma go. Namyo Ringe Go, it's the way in which the karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go. Nam yo ringe yo, it's the way to let your karma go.